help all of the team together is often more preferred, and we saw that last week actually. And some of the teams that were new to Dominion, a lot of them opted to take Ignite here and there. And the comment was, I mean, it's good if you're going to duel, but how often is that going to be more beneficial than, say, mitigating someone's damage against the entire enemy or against your entire team in a fight? So taking Exhaust might have been preferred. So we're going to be loading in here. So who do we have on the blue side?
I think that was the fastest load screen I've actually ever seen.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty much done. So we'll wait until we
just load into the game and then we'll call it. Wow, that was just pow. We didn't have use for seeing this toaster here, so we didn't have a lot of time to talk. But I'm Chobra. Casting with me is, or I'm Gandair. Casting with me is Chobra. Wow, I screwed that up so bad. I'm casting here with Chobra. I'm Gandair. That's what I meant to say, but I screwed that one up. Oh, that's in the VOD. This is so unhappy.
That was good.
Chobra, who do we have on? Pick a side of the map and call it.
I'll go with blue side. I believe blue side is Pex. Am I getting that correct, or am I completely switching that up?
Pex is on the right. Feel the Vibe is on the left.
Oh, Feel the Vibe is on blue. Yeah, I told you I don't remember players and the teams. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
But we have Armor, well, A12 MO12, which is Armor, on Yorick. We have BuddhaRice on Jax. Malphite is going to be played by Totalment, and Spawnlegacy on Darius, and last but not least, Take Your Pill on Brand.
And over on the other side, on Team PEX, which stands for Pays Evelynn Child Support, we have inFe playing as Ryze, we have Painkillar playing as Pantheon, CaptnBuwberry playing as Swain with the Tyrant skin, which is awesome, Panzerzs playing as Nocturne, and konfetarius playing as Poppy.
Alrighty, and it looks like Nocturne's going to be the one going bottom for PEX here on the purple side, the way they have set up so far. Of course, Yorick setting up to go bottom for the blue side. No big surprise there. Game has started. Both teams heading out. Yep, Nocturne's going to be heading bot for purple. And Poppy's going to deviate here to get that drill, while Jax is the one getting the refinery up here for blue team.
And are we going to see an engagement here at the intersection? It looks like we are. Swain's going to throw down that root. He's going to try and put some damage on Brand, but going to get chased away very, very quickly thereafter. Totalment taking some hits, and both teams sort of now getting into position up at the windmill. Pantheon looks like he's trying to find a spot to engage, and it looks like he's found it down there at the bottom where they unload on BuddhaRice's Jax, who jumps out of the way there. Got that dot damage being spread around by Swain, doing quite a bit of an impact there. Brand, the AoE, just narrowly missing there. And double kill for Painkillar there. Things not going so good for Feel the Vibe right now, as Take Your Pill has delay against 3 people while he waits for his revived teammates to head back up to the top. And it looks like that Malphite is going to take a hard left. Darius heading straight up to the top and is not going to get there in time to interrupt that cap on the windmill. Painkillar getting chased up above the point, and now we're just kind of going back to round 2.
Yep, Jax comes in, gets the shutdown on Pantheon, but Swain's going to pick up that kill on Darius. Swain is running a little bit low on mana, but still pretty high in health. Same thing with Ryze, so they're both going to just sit around. Swain's going to pick up that health relic for both resources to be filled up a little bit more there. Brand's going to clear out those minions really quick so they can push out a group. But Swain getting that nice snare onto the champions and the minions to extend a little bit more time. Ryze and Poppy just trying to clear out those minions. Minions, again, doing a lot of damage to this tower, ticking away at it, already below half of its capture point, running pretty low. But I wanted to mention during this lull, Poppy had an amazing dodge in that first engagement as Brand put down his Pillar of Flame. Poppy used her stun or her ram to get out of it and go in and put some more damage to pick up a kill before dying. Pantheon did that same thing to jump across this wall here. We see a little bit earlier to stun and then get back to the tower. We are going to see them defending right now. A Garrison was used. I believe that was a defensive Garrison coming out from Swain. Darius is going to put out a lot of damage on Poppy. Poppy's going to run away though. Pantheon jumps over the wall this time. Poppy's going to come right back in with that ultimate. Gonna try to take your pill without an issue, but then gets burst down right away. Now it's Swain in a 1v3 up in top.
Pretty bad spot for Swain to be in. Gonna delay for a little bit and then try and retreat out of there, because you don't want to die if you can't avoid it, especially not in a situation like that where you've got a teammate heading up right behind you. Darius not quite going to get him with the ultimate there. inFe's going to come up behind him, and wow, there we go with the apprehend. Swain gets taken out, but Darius goes down as well. Totalment up at the top end of the map. BuddhaRice just hanging out in the bushes, waiting to jump in literally right as needed. And things mellow here for just a moment. Yeah, I want to hit on what you just said. Poppy with an excellent dodge there. Didn't get quite a chance to comment on that during the engagement, but that was a very, very slick move. That last engagement did not go very well for Pex at all. They just took a lot of damage and lost a lot of people.
Yeah, everyone just kind of dogpiled on top of each other, but then it was Pex that took more damage. Pantheon coming in with that ultimate, gets the stun immediately onto Brand. He's going to get just insta-give by Pex, and Pex is now going to try to take this point back. Jax is going to show up, but there's already 4 people up top. Even with Darius coming up as backup, that's not going to be enough firepower to hold that down. Meanwhile, bot Nocturne has been pushing quite well, and now with the help of minions, is going to try to neutralize that tower as soon as possible, just pressuring Yorick. Doing a very good job as the bot laner for Pex right now.
The tower does get neutral down at the bottom. Fear trying to go down from Nocturne, and we have the ult goes out for Yorick there as Panzerzs are getting chased away. Spawnlegacy comes down. He's apprehended and gets cut down right there by Darius. And over the top of the map, just a moment ago, like you said, Jax going up there, poking his head out, seeing this is a bad engagement. Someone was asking earlier, how do you play Dominion? By doing what Jax just did, identifying what is a terrible engagement and then not engaging, turning around, waiting for your team. They're in a better spot right now, and coming back to life, though, Spawnlegacy gets caught by Panzerzs and konfetarius. Panzerzs with a very quick ultimate there to get into the fight down at the bottom end of the map. Windmill being attacked now by Feel the Vibe, but Take Your Pill getting locked down for a moment by those snares, stacking one on top of each other, just like I said. And whoa, there goes the double kill from Brand. That's how you use that ult, but is Totalment? No, he is not quite going to get that kill. Painkillar escaping with double-digit hit points.
Wow, that double kill from Brand. It was actually, I believe, the passive that ended up ticking after death to finish off that kill. But we do have Nocturne and Poppy both up here to continue defending. Pex on the purple side still being able to continue their advantage with this 3-cap they have so far. But this game, it's been pretty much just bursts of action and then a little bit of lull. Just both teams taking their time to regroup and act as a team rather than all just kind of running around crazily as soon as they get up and just diving into towers. So it's really, really good to see. We see Pantheon just waiting for the rest of his teammates to catch up, and they're going to move as a group because they have just so much crowd control right now. If the snare goes down, the snare actually comes down first from Swain. That's an instant lockdown from Darius, but Darius lives a little bit long enough to put down his ult for that true damage. It's going to help in taking out Poppy. They're going to continue to pressure. The Ryze picks up a double kill, just chasing his Swain. They can leave that tower up top because no one is around to capture it behind their backs. Pantheon going to continue pressuring Malphite way away from their Nocturne. Again, continue to pressure Yorick here in bot lane.
Yes, the Swain as a champion not quite having an amazing showing. The last tournament that I remember him being in seemed hit or miss, but now Swain looking to be a very, very solid pick for Pex here, especially in conjunction with Ryze. And we got Pantheon hanging around up at the top with Ryze to defend. Things seem to still be pretty even down at the bottom between Armor and Panzerzs. And another fight brewing here up top as the creep wave heads up to the tower.
Yep, the tower is already sitting at half, so if the minions can stay alive, but nope, Swain says no with his ultimate. Just going to clear this out instantly with that snare to help. Poppy's going to take away Brand. Actually, Brand is going to live for the time being. Poppy turns right back around with that ultimate on Malphite, going to be able to help pick up that double kill, and then the kill going to Ryze. Now Poppy can chase Brand.
Whoop.
Of course, with that Q, it's just going to be one-hit kill, and Poppy's going to go right ahead to start neutralizing the refinery.
With everyone dead, I think she's going to have just enough time to neutralize it, not enough time to get a full cap on there. So if she neutrals and backs out, it's going to be a very good play. No, going to go ahead and be ballsy, try and go for the full cap. I don't quite think there's enough time to make that happen. Maybe it's going to be really, really close. Yes, Poppy does get it at like the narrowest margin. Going to have to back on out of there immediately, walking through the minions, using them as a shield to block people from following her, and getting out with just a little over 100 health. That was very, very close.
It was in fact very close, but Poppy just, I gotta say, it just was good estimation coming out from konfetarius, and did get that cap, so it delayed blue team from coming up to the windmill. They're going to now set up, and that's going to give enough time for Poppy to go back to base and restock before coming to help the team. Pantheon jumps right in after Ryze. Ryze using his ultimate to get out a lot of AoE damage, along with Swain just running around with his ultimate on without a single care in the world. Pantheon is actually going to finish off and get that kill and live with 30 health, again with only double digits. Pantheon having so many close calls, yet living so very well this
Pantheon
game.
gets stronger when his health is between 31 and 39. Can anyone confirm or deny? I don't know. It's the second time he's escaped with health at that funny little number. Yorick now up on the upper end of the map as Jax goes down to neutral point, and Painkillar jumps straight down on him with that Skyfall there. It's going to pick him off with an exhaust, start recapping that tower there. And Poppy going to scissor around towards the Boneyard? That's the Boneyard or the Quarry? Or excuse me, the Quarry.
No. Yeah, Quarry. Poppy's going to take the Quarry as they know that no one's around bot lane. I mean, Feel the Vibe continue to try to pressure top. They keep regrouping and then just trying to go for top. Brand now separated to stop the cap on Poppy. Poppy still got the neutralize though, so that's going to put Pex way in the lead once again. A 434 to 190. They're just going to kind of duel it out here at the Quarry until someone else shows up. Pantheon's going to be the first one to come. Meanwhile, Nocturne ulting up next to the windmill. We have 2 engagements going on at once right now. Ooh, konfetarius running so very low, especially with the ultimate coming from Brand. That's going to take that down, but who's going to win this duel between BuddhaRice and Painkillar? Both running very low. The stun comes out once again, but Jax is going to be able to finish that off before getting killed during that stun duration. Darius, meanwhile, with that Storm Shield, is going to cap the win.
We saw Buwberry and inFe going for that combo there, but not quite landing the snare. Yorick is going to get taken out anyway. Spawnlegacy kind of low on health up by that tower, but has to stay there anyway because Ryze threatens to come around and take that at any moment if Spawnlegacy retreats for too long. So we're going to see how this goes. Is inFe going to try and make a play? Does he have the burst to be able to do it, or is he going to go ahead and wait for his teammates? It looks like he's opting to wait at the moment, but konfetarius in the middle of the map here, and CaptnBuwberry have Totalment in a bad spot there. We got the snare going off. He's getting caught away from the rest of his team, so he's not going to be able to soak up damage like he needs to prevent the damage from getting just like out of control up top, and that's exactly what happens while he is absent. His team gets blown up on that tower, and he's a little late to the party, going to get chased away, and that is going to swing in Pex's favor, it looks like.
Yep, Pex's going to be able to take back that windmill. Meanwhile, we have BuddhaRice showing up next to the Boneyard, going to try to neutralize and cap this. Poppy has returned and is now heading straight for the Boneyard. Not going to be able to stop the neutralize, but yep, is going to stop that. But the minions just wailing at that tower, just capping it so well on their own. But wow, Poppy taking a lot of damage actually from Jax. Is she going to be finished off? No, Swain's going to come just in time to save so many people from Pex living with so little health. This match, Poppy living with around 15 health. Meanwhile, Nocturne in a very bad place. They're going to be able to pick up that kill 3v1 and go ahead with this quick neutralize. Meanwhile, Boneyard was neutralized by Darius.
Yeah, there's a lot of play all over the map right now. Pex swinging over, for the drill, the windmill getting attacked. You got the Boneyard getting attacked. And just, play after play after play after play after play. And Feel the Vibe is in an okay spot right now. Pex had to get very defensive there for a moment. It's going to be curious to see how they come back and how they regroup and what their next move is going to be at this point. As right now, Feel the Vibe is in an okay position. They seem to be really passive, though. Take Your Pill and Spawnlegacy hanging out up at the top end of the map, just kind of hanging around, chilling, waiting. And we can see Pex grouping up right there in the bushes. And we're going to see what happens next.
Yeah, Pex is going to start making their move, gathering around the center brush, and they're going to catch Malphite here. Malphite is pretty tanky, but wow, look at all that damage already being done. They're going to promptly turn to Yorick to take him out of the fight. The fear will go down, and he's going to get bursted down during that fight. Poppy jumping around here to make sure to keep the other two zoned and puts the ultimate on Brand. Gonna jump right in. So much burst damage going down onto Brand with that ultimate on him. Poppy's going to continue chasing Brand. Brand's running very low, but the ultimate comes out in the last second. Is Poppy going to live? No, it gets apprehended by Darius. That's going to be an option. guillotine, no problem there. But Pantheon should be able to pick up that kill with that crit passive coming out. And now just dueling Malphite. Malphite is fairly tanky, has a decent amount of armor, but Pantheon's able to put out enough damage to scare him away as Nocturne comes for assistance. The tower is there, but they're going to be able to take that out. Brand showing up though, and Pantheon's going to get caught and be taken down there with the help of Yorick.
Very good play there by Pex, engaging them in the jungle away from that point. And by starting that engagement off the point, it left the point vulnerable so that at any point, one person from Pex could split off and just go and pick that up, and that's exactly what inFe did.
And we have a 2v2 engagement here in top. Pantheon's making his way up, though. We see the ultimate charging. He's going to go for the man drop from behind. It goes right on Take Your Pill. They just don't want any more nonsense from that AP carry. They're going to take down Armor. Armor getting revived through his own ultimate, but is going to get bursted down before he can pick up that kill on inFeed, playing Ryze. Meanwhile, Darius trying to pick up the Storm Shield. We see the ping coming down, and Poppy's running in. Isn't going to get there in time to stop it, though, and actually is able to hide in the bush while Malphite walks right on by towards Pantheon. So Poppy's going to come in and make this a 2v1. They're going to be able to sandwich Malphite right here. The stun comes down from Pantheon. Poppy not able to push Malphite up against the wall, but puts the exhaust down. They're going to put out quite a bit of damage. Malphite looks like he might be able to get away. No, Poppy's going to finish off with one last hit. Yorick and Brand coming back up, though, with a lot of AoE to disrupt that neutralize.
Yep, and Armor getting sandwiched up against that. Between a Poppy and a wall is not where you want to be. Between a Poppy and a Pantheon is even worse as Armor gets taken down. Painkillar going to go ahead and leave. He had 3-digit hit points that time, but I think if you looked at percentages, it'd still be the same minor percentage that he's been living with all game. Low hit points OP. At the bottom end of the map, BuddhaRice recently revived, heading down towards the bottom. Looks like he's going to try and find a spot to engage against Panzerzs here, kind of hunting him around through the jungle. Nope, he's just going to go ahead and go back to lane. Likes minions. Minions are fun. Up at the top of the map, Take Your Pill trying to make a move on that top tower. Painkillar low on hit points, but big on desire to get rid of Brand, but he's going to get shut down and wins a free trip back to the summoner platform.
Swain now coming up, gets that disrupt and is just walking right on in with that ultimate. The tower is still putting out damage, but they've pulled Swain away from the tower. Brand gonna live just a little bit longer. He's gonna get taken down by the laser bird though, but now it's a 3v1. Poppy shows up. Can Swain live? No, the unstoppable force comes out to pick up that kill. Now Poppy's in a bad place, but the tower's still putting out damage. They haven't been able to stop it yet. Now they're gonna stop it, get that neutralized, and Poppy's gonna try to turn around and take down Darius. Actually gonna run away with that shield from the Hexdrinker, stopping the damage from Hemorrhage. Ryze comes in with a ton of damage onto Darius. Poppy gonna finish that off with one shot, but now gonna be taken down by Yorick and Malphite.
And at the bottom end of the map, though, we have BuddhaRice getting taken out by Panzerzs and Painkillar down there at the bottom, as Buddha made a play for that tower, but was shut down. I feel like if they didn't have two people down there at the bottom, the fight at the top might have gone a little bit differently, but I think that was the play there. Now, Totalment and Armor, both kind of okay on health, but they could stand to have a little bit more. Up at the top as they are killing creeps, getting some money. Take Your Pill heading up to the top also. And Pex, again, they're in a little bit of a funny spot, you know. Feel the Vibe they've got 3 towers, and there's a ping goes down on the map there. It looks like Pex looking to group up and make something happen. Pex has just got to make one good play, hold on to it for a little bit, and they will win this game. Feel the Vibe's playing a little bit too passively, I think.
Darius is alone right now next to that health relic, and they're actually going to go straight for the refinery. They catch Darius with that chain crowd control, the snare, and then the stun apprehend, kind of stopping their damage for the time being, but he's going to get taken down without a problem. Poppy's going to turn around, and they're going to force Malphite back to his tower. Can they make something happen? Nocturne actually using his ult to finish off Brand here, and then it's going to come up to help, but doesn't really need to because Malphite was taken down. They're going to be able to cap that tower. Meanwhile, bot lane, Swain's going to get taken down. Jax is able to click on the tower right away, but the minions are sitting there, but Jax is, doesn't care. He's going to ignore them, sitting at 100 health. And I wanted to mention, Jax did get that Executioner's Calling to go against that regen of coming out from Swain. So very, very good item pickup to really counter a certain champion, and that definitely helped in that little duel he had against him.
I think that's a very, very good thing to point out. Armor now trying to defend this point, but Panzerzs and Painkillar are there. How is this going to work? We got the ultimate that goes down from Yorick as well, fighting under the tower. Lots of damage getting put out from it, but I'm not quite sure it's going to be enough, and it is not. Just a little bit too strong there. Or too strong, rather. Where does strong come from? I don't know. Someone tell me in the chat after the game. Poppy trying to make a move over here. Gonna get taken out by Totalment. And Pex just needs to keep these points held on to, and they can win this game in short order.
Yep, they're just trying to spread out and then keep those points. Poppy did die, but used a revive right away to come back to top to assist Ryze. Ryze gets the snare on Malphite. Meanwhile, Poppy's able to single out Darius, putting out a lot of damage. Pantheon, the Mandrop's going to come in on top of that exhaust. He's going to just land right on top of Darius's head, pick up that kill. Nocturne's going to come in with a spell shield, and then the fear is going to oh my, just Malphite being so bullied around by all 3 champions right now. Nocturne's going to get stunned, but Poppy and Pantheon are not. They're going to continue running. Nocturne's going to jump in simultaneously as Poppy goes in. Poppy's going to get taken down, but Pantheon's going to pick up that. Actually, the kill credit goes to Nocturne. Pantheon assisting with that stun. Nocturne now just kind of kiting away from the tower, allowing Pantheon to tank it while he starts the cap. The ultimate comes up from Yorick, so he's going to get back up and...
It's another one of the reasons why Yorick is a very, very good champion in this game mode. Sort of the ability to defend and attack points from beyond the grave is a very, very useful thing, especially paired up with Revive. Yorick is an excellent, excellent champion for this game type, and we're really seeing that come into play here. Panzerzs going to go ahead and recall. No, he is going to go ahead and come up here and try and delay this. I would have raised an eyebrow and did, in fact, at that, and he's going to go ahead and scare Totalment off the point just for a moment. He's just trying to delay here. That's all his game is right now. He's not... He knows he's probably going to get killed, and he does, but he delays just long enough for konfetarius to get up to the point, and with that ultimate there, I think that konfetarius might be able to run out the clock right now.
Yep, that's all they needed to do. They were very aware that they had to only last out 18 more ticks on the enemy Nexus. Job done is job done. It doesn't matter who gets the kills or who dies. They were able to last it out. The game is going to go to Pex in this round 2 match going against Field of
Evelynn Child Support, like I said, they are a very solid team. I like being able to watch them play. There were a lot of good plays made from both teams throughout that, but Pex was able to get the victory out there.